Breaking news! Breaking news!
We have a major story developing. A significant glitch just hit the X platform, and it's all about one of the most critical things you can imagine, creator payouts. We're gonna break down exactly what happened. This is breaking news from Make X Great. Okay, so let's get right into it. On Friday, August 29th, thousands of creators in the revenue program logged in, to check their latest payout. And what they saw was, well, a complete mystery. A number that for so many people made absolutely no sense. Pretty quickly, people started calling this thing Payout Déjà Vu. Why? Because creators were reporting an anomaly that was so strangely consistent, it just couldn't be a coincidence. So what exactly were they seeing? Well, creator Rich Silver summed it up perfectly. He called them copy-paste payouts. See, he and a ton of other people noticed their new earnings were practically identical to their last payment, even though they'd had 2 weeks of totally different engagement. And here's where it gets really, really strange. Just look at this example. The previous payout was $113.07. The new one from Friday, $113.01. That's a difference of just 6 cents. And this pattern just kept repeating for everyone. It didn't matter if you doubled your stats or were barely active. The dollar amount was basically frozen in time. Right, so this wasn't just some isolated incident hitting a few accounts here and there. The evidence started piling up fast, and it all pointed to one thing: a systemic, platform-wide glitch that was affecting creators all over the world. And I mean truly global. Reports were flooding in from everywhere. You had creators in the US and Canada reporting these copy-paste or nearly exact payouts. And at the same time, others in India were saying it was the same payout as last time, or, and this one is wild, exactly the same despite double stats. The pattern was just undeniable, and it was happening everywhere. So the verdict was in. This wasn't some weird coincidence for a handful of people. No, this was a single widespread failure deep inside the payout system that hit thousands and thousands of creators all at once. With so many people seeing the exact same problem, the big question wasn't just what was happening anymore, but how. How could a system even do this? Well, the leading theory is what we're calling the copy-paste glitch. Here's how it most likely went down. Step 1, the main process that calculates new earnings, it just failed to run. Step 2, the system, as a kind of failsafe, fell back to the last known good data it had, which was the payout from the previous cycle. And step 3, some tiny rounding adjustments still ran, which explains why the cents were a little different, but the main dollar amount was locked in place. And if we dig just a little deeper, a few technical theories started floating around. Maybe a big calculation job that's supposed to run for everyone was just skipped. Or the system accidentally used old saved information, what tech people call cached data, instead of the fresh numbers. It's also possible that just one tiny independent part of the system failed, which then forced everything else to fall back to the last number it knew was correct. But honestly, beyond the technical why, this glitch gave us a really rare accidental peek behind the curtain into the inner workings of X's creator payout system, something most people see as a total black box. So, what's a black box? It's basically any system where you can see what goes in and what comes out, but you have absolutely no idea what happens in the middle. For creators, you know your engagement goes in and you know money comes out, but that formula in between, total mystery. Well, this glitch just cracked that box open a tiny bit. And what did we learn? First off, payouts aren't calculated live from your day-to-day engagement. The system is clearly relying on stored or cached data. This also confirms that there's some kind of formula layer that turns your activity into earnings. It's not a direct payment per view. And maybe most importantly, it suggests that all these earnings are processed in huge batches, which is why one single error could hit so many people all at once. And yet, while all these creators were online, putting the pieces of the puzzle together themselves, from the platform itself, nothing. A deafening silence. I mean, despite post after post tagging official accounts, X and its support channels made no public statement. They didn't even acknowledge the problem. And that lack of communication brings us to what might be the most important part of this whole story. This huge, unanswered question of trust, and what this whole thing means for the future of the creator revenue program. So now, the entire creator community is left asking some really critical questions. How is X going to fix this? Are they going to correct the payouts in the next cycle? And maybe the biggest question of all, How can creators trust a system they depend on for their income when it can break this badly and this quietly? So when you look back at it, the copy-paste payout glitch wasn't just a bug. It was kind of an accidental stress test, one that exposed the hidden machinery of X's monetization system and really showed just how fragile creator trust can be. Obviously, this story is still developing, and we will absolutely keep monitoring for any official response from X. This has been breaking news from MakeXGreat.com. Be sure to subscribe and come back for all the latest updates.
Breaking news.